Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya na Amiri Jeshi Mkuu, majeshi yote ya ulinzi.
Chief of Defence Forces is the highest rank one can attain while serving in the military. The military is made up of 3 wings, that is the Kenya Army, the Kenya Air Force and the Kenya Navy. Since 1963, when Kenya gained independence from the British, there has been 11 top men who have served as Chief of Defence Forces. The first was Major General Robert Benford, who was appointed by the late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. He was from the Kenya Army and served from November 1966 to May 1969. In June the same year, Major General Joseph Ndolo was appointed by Kenyatta again and became the first Kenyan to serve as Chief of Defence Forces. However, his reign ended abruptly after the 1971 attempted coup. In 1971, General Jackson Mulenge took over office and went on to become one of the longest serving chiefs for 15 years, in 1986 when he retired. He was the first Kenyan 4-star general. In 1986, President Daniel Arap Moi appointed General Mohamud Mohamed, in which he went on to serve for 10 years until 1996. He is remembered for his role in the 1982 attempted coup, where he was able to neutralize the perpetrators that were headed by Private Hezekiah Ochuka. In 1986, President Moi appointed General Daudi Tonje as the Chief of Defence Forces, and he became one of the most iconic generals Kenya ever had. He is well known for his military reforms, which include the establishment of the Defence Staff College and the Kenya Defence Forces Medical Scheme. He pushed for the awarding of degrees to cadets graduating from the Kenya Military Academy. He will also be remembered for his reforms when it comes to succession and appointment of the Chief of Defence Forces, which he said should be rotational between the 3 forces. He was CDF until 2000. In 2000, the late President Moi appointed General Joseph Kibwana, who became the first naval officer to hold the position until 2005. In 2005, the late President Mwai Kibaki appointed General Jeremiah Kianga from the Kenya Army to be the new Chief of Defence Forces, in which he served until 2011. In 2011, the late Mwai Kibaki appointed General Julius Karangi from the Kenya Navy, and Karangi became the first general from the promulgation of the Constitution in 2010. He will be remembered as the one who led the Kenyan troops to Somalia under the operation called Linda Inchi in October 2011. He served until 2015. In 2015, former President Uhuru Kenyatta appointed General Samson Mwadhedhe from the Kenya Navy to serve as the new Chief of Defence Forces, in which he served for 5 years until 2020. In 2020, the former president again, Uhuru Kenyatta, appointed General Robert Kibochi to serve as the new Chief of Defence Forces, and he ruled until 2023 when he attained his retirement age. In April of 2023, President Ruto appointed the late General Francis Ogola to become the 11th Chief of Defence Forces. General Francis Ogola passed away on 19th April in an helicopter crash in West Pokot. He is the shortest serving Chief of Defence Forces and the first to die while in office. Lieutenant General Charles Kahariri, who is the current Vice Chief of Defence Forces, is likely to be promoted to General and later promoted to the Chief of Defence Forces, going by the Tonje succession rule. He is from the Kenya Navy.